you guys. So I just gotta share this real quick because God just kind of like just he just is awesome, right? So a couple of days ago, I seen this license plate and it said, "How you doing?" Right? And so then, today I just so happened to come across a song that I was just listening to randomly, called um "I'm Doing My Best." Right? And excuse me if I tear up, the emotions be up and down, but you know, um, early this morning, I was supposed to be on a prayer call and I was, and it was just like because of the conversation that was had, you know, um, some discouragement set in and based off of the conversation, and one person got off the phone and then the other person got off the phone because they had something to do, and then we were just waiting for everybody to call back, and the person was so discouraged and so just discouraged. And then later on that day I talked to someone that I'm close to, and they were discouraged a little bit to the point where it brought them to tears. And all I could do was just pray. I was praying earlier that day, and when I was praying, even though we didn't have the corporate prayer like we were supposed to, I was praying and I was just like, Lord, you gotta handle it. You gotta do it. And I just watched how God, just answered immediately. He answered their prayers immediately. One prayer for one person was like, because they had a conversation with me and they was like, well, I just pray that the Lord touched their heart. And he did it immediately, like minutes later. And then the other person, by the end of the day, just about it's almost the end of the day, they were feeling discouraged early this morning. And I just got a phone call about something personal. And immediately, God knew exactly what to use to shift their heart posture because he recognized that they're doing their best. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I just need you to understand that you are doing a great job. I want you to hear this. Like you're doing your best. Like, and I was just sitting here even, just like Lord, because I was talking to one of my sons today and he was telling me about his day and he had got into it with someone, um and he got into it with someone and I'm like, oh Lord, and then I'm like, he like my shoulder is bothering me or whatever the case might be. And I'm like, well, ask your dad, if he can like, like take you to go get your shoulder looked at or whatever the case might be. And his dad gave him a response that he didn't I it just wasn't the response that I would have expected him to have, but everything happens for a reason. And I just was sitting there and for a moment, I was about to allow like frustration into my spirit. And then the song was playing and it was just like, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. God you will use the foolish things to confound the wise. I was listening to Tank and the Bangers, and I'm just like, Lord, that what a song at the time, and in the song she said, how you doing? And I remember the license plate that I saw and it said, how you doing? And it's like, I'm doing my best. She said, say I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. And I need somebody to reiterate today, I'm doing my best. And I need you to understand that God is answering prayers immediately. He's not taking long to answer prayers for his children because he recognizes that you're doing your best. You're doing what you can do. You're giving it all that you have with what it is that you have. And I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed beg for bread, y'all. And I guess I'm so emotional because it's like, Lord, that's a fact. You know, I've been out here doing the best that I can with what I have. Most of us do the best that we can with what we know. We're not held accountable for what we don't know. We're held accountable for what we do. And I just want you to know that God acknowledges somebody today, and he sees that you're doing your best, and anything that you ask in his name, he shall answer, and he shall come forth, and he shall give you what thus saith the Lord, as unto your obedience has been, because he knows what it is and what it looks like and what it's been. I love you all so much. I love you all so much, and I just want you to know that God sees you doing your best. And every now and then, ask yourself, how are you doing? And if you're not doing so well, just know that you're doing your best. And God does see you doing your best. And that's what matters. I love you guys so much. I'm your girl, Danny Royal, from DannyRoyal.com. And I just wanted to share that.